Hello and welcome in Capricorn. This is Lauren the Mystic here, and we are here for a new moon in Aquarius soul growth energy check-in reading. And what we have done, I have just meditated over and pulled your cards. And honestly, I had a little whoopsie happen. In your video, I recorded the entire video, Capricorn, and for some reason the sound did not record. So here we are. Luckily the cards were all still here and I hadn't put them back in the deck, thank goodness. But what we're going to do is tune into the energy. So again, welcome in, welcome back. For all of you who are new to the channel, thanks so much for joining me. If you have clicked on this video, I do believe that there is a message here for you today. For those of you returning, I am so grateful to you for your support, for everything. Thanks in advance for all of your likes, shares, and comments. Okay, well, this is a general collective reading. What we are going to do is tune into the higher vibrational qualities of what might be unfolding for you in your personal development and soul growth journey at this moment. And we're going to be looking into the lunation, the new moon cycle that has taken place already. It's just taken place in the sign of Aquarius, where we had the sun and moon conjoined. And we also have Pluto now in Aquarius direct for the first time, really giving us much more of an idea of an understanding and an awareness of what kind of transformative, regenerative, and reconstructive energies are going to be taking place in this area of our life. So I'm going to drop below in the description a resource for you. If you don't already have a copy of your natal chart, I highly recommend going and getting one of those. I personally follow the whole sign house chart system, and we are going to always be beginning to discuss things from the perspective of your rising sign or your ascendant, which is the degree in the zodiacal wheel where the degree that was emerging over the horizon at the time of your birth. So it indicates where you're kind of entering in to this physical world, and it's very much to do with your forward momentum of what is occurring now. And a lot of times when you read a horoscope, those are written actually from the perspective of a rising sign. And so therefore you should listen according to your rising sign, not your sun sign. But I do welcome you in Capricorn if you are a Capricorn sun or moon. I believe listening to all of those placements is really going to help provide you more of the story, especially if you're going through a significant period of growth or a lot of changes are taking place for you right now. So without further ado, let's jump into your reading. And as I mentioned, this is a general collective reading. So again, welcoming in your intuitive knowing to assist you as we unpack these archetypes and apply the energies according to what is specifically coming up for you. However, if you do look to your natal chart, you may notice topics and themes of the house specific to the house of Aquarius, likely also the house of Taurus and Pisces right now might be coming forward to your attention or for your attention. Okay, let's get started. We're starting off with your energy. So what we've done is we've pulled cards. This is from the Angel Tarot deck. This is by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Sorry, I had to double check his name. We've also got Starseed Oracle cards here from the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. And we have some Earth Magic cards as well. Oracle cards that is from Stephen Farmer. So your energy, Capricorn, is presenting as the Empress and the Lovers. So you are coming from this very fertile space where you are ready to harmonize. You're ready to create, whether that is creating beauty in your life on your own or whether that is in partnership with another. This could be intimate, this could be friendship, this could be within a family structure or a work environment. But you're coming into the table and into the reading with this energy of really being incredibly fertile, ready to not only nurture your own self, but nurture those around you and the manifestations that you're working on. And so we're going to tune into these oracle cards as we begin to unpack the message and kind of see what has been the process that you've been going through from a soul growth perspective. And, most likely for the last 18 years, you've been going through some really significant changes, especially if you are a Capricorn rising, because that meant the Pluto was in your first house. And Pluto was there for a really long time. And just having left, you are in this place where whatever house that Pluto was in, whatever area of life Capricorn falls in for you, there was some major deep dives into the underworld. That's what Pluto does for us. It often takes us on a shadow work journey in which we are uncovering the things that are not really in alignment for our lives. And during that period of time, it can really be difficult because it's often true that things are being cleared out or removed, or structures that aren't serving us on any level of our being. This could be our thoughts, our emotions, our belief systems, could be our friend groups or certain associations, could be a particular vocation or something along those lines, or deep and close relationships. It's a deep process of soul growth when Pluto is working intimately with you. And so, again, if you are a Capricorn rising, that was happening. This was taking place in your first house, and you were probably undergoing deep, regenerative, and transformative type of changes at a personal level, having to do with your sense of self, your sense of individuation. Your entire identity really could have undergone a period of transformation. And that came with a lot of life lessons. We've got the card Earth School. This is about soul growth and really leaning into that shadow work journey. Then we've got the Whale and Orca Elders card, which is a card about you doing these deep dives into your own emotional waters, and you're diving down. Again, this is representative to me of the Plutonian journey, diving deep into the underworld and then coming back with treasures, coming back with wisdom, which is what Pluto ultimately does do. It is known to be the Lord of Riches, and it brings ultimately with you, it brings you into a much better, much more fortunate position, but it can be through a deep process of healing, of change, of growth, sometimes deep transformation that can feel at the moment a bit destructive, right? So you've come back from this journey, and now it's time to share your song, to share your story, to share your frequency. Because what I'm feeling here, Capricorn, is that others could benefit to hear from where you've been. And so as the dust settles, you're in this space of the void. Now, the void can sometimes be misinterpreted. And I view this card as a very beautiful space. When you zoom in, what you are in is you're in the cosmos. You can see all the stars, you can see the space matter. You are in the space of pure possibility and potential when you're in the void. That is being in the alchemical womb of the Empress. This is known as the cosmic womb. So this is about stopping right now, resting, allowing yourself to cocoon in your energy, embracing the energy of winter, right? Especially if you're in the northern hemisphere. But being in that fertile space allows the seeds of your intentions to grow, the seeds of your manifestations to grow. And they take greater form and greater shape the more patience, the more opportunity you allow them to contact this space of pure possibility and potential. So, going into spaces of meditation, doing that kind of spiritual journey work, journaling practices, things of those nature will really, really, I think, help serve as metaphorical fertilizer, right, for these seeds that are being planted. We've got inner earth. Now, this card symbolizes you having gone into this deep journey. You're emerging out of a cave in this card, but what you're emerging out of, right here, this is you inside the cave looking out of the exit. And what you see is this beautiful vista in front of you. You see this really idyllic landscape and this very lush surroundings. Um, and what it's representing is you having gone through a very trying period of time. And this is a reminder that you are always going to survive the difficulties that you move through. And what you have now on the other side of this, again, it's the opportunity and the awareness that all these new solutions lie just outside the door now for you. All these new potentials, these new beginnings are now present now that this sort of chapter is complete. And this is further down the line here. What we're going to look into in a moment is your recent past, your current energy, and where you're going. But this energy here is what's supporting the story. And so I'd like to bring this card in right now because it is the wheel, which signifies you completing a significant chapter or going through a significant phase of growth in your life. And this particular card is indicating fortunate change, fortunate new beginnings, positive change, and truly feeling like suddenly you're able to move forward in this new direction that's quite refreshing. And it's bringing fortuitous energy with it, right? So it's something to look forward to. And we really do have that information coming through this card too, with that beautiful vista. So then we've got the card of double mission, meaning that you could now see that what you went through was really serving some kind of deeper purpose. It was a soul growth mission as well as perhaps a trying circumstance or event or relationship. And that now perhaps you're seeing that you are being guided to, again, share your story or utilize some space that you moved through in order to serve those around you. There's something about you are now feeling this deeper sense of purpose or deeper sense of knowing um, that there was more to the story, that there was a deeper purpose at play, and that is moving through you still. So the first earth magic card you have out is love and compassion. And what I'm feeling is that what you've gone through has really expanded your heart space, and it's really required you to apply a lot of your own self-love and self-compassion into the healing process that you were faced with, into the shadow work journey that was these soul growth lessons that you went through. And in the recent past, it shows that events were really moving at a very fast pace for you. It might have felt overwhelming, too many things happening at once, a sense of any kind of delay suddenly being over, and then things happening so quickly that it just kind of was almost too much for you to handle energetically. In present moment, we have you showing up with the Six of Fire, which is a victory over perhaps, getting through that craziness. Perhaps you received some answers, but this is a card of good news. Either you're aware of it or it's on the way and it's going to arrive really soon. This is also a card of the recognition for all the hard work that you have done, and to really take the time to honor your journey is what I just heard. Um, Taking the time to give yourself the credit for having gone through so much um, in the recent past, really. So, where you're headed in the near future is into this space of renewal. And what I'm really feeling here is that there's this regeneration energy still at play. This card, the word renewal, um, is, I feel like, very symbolic, but what it's actually speaking to is a little bit different than what you would normally think when you hear the word renewal. When you hear this, I automatically think of some healing work or, like I said, regeneration. But this is a card of you really needing to now, after the dust is settling, right? After kind of your catching your breath, you're spending some time just allowing yourself to figure out this next chapter. What you're doing is going through this deep period of review and evaluation, and you are assessing the facts in order to really understand and inform yourself as you prepare to move in a new direction. So there is a sense of renewal here, but it's more of a renewal of strategy rather than a renewal of your physicality. But I'm hearing, though, that this needs to be all of the above, right? You're not just regrouping from a strategic level, but you're regrouping in all ways so that you can move forward. Kind of like what I'm hearing is your best foot forward. So then we've got this energy is underlying everything that's going on so far in the story. Um, and I forgot to finish up these cards. The Earth Magic card. So, mountain and strength indicates that you just had to go through a very difficult, trying period of time. Might have felt to you like an uphill battle, might have required and tested your strength to its full capacity. And I'm really getting that Capricornian vision of the mountain goat ascending and going after its goal, and um, consistently applying the effort even when the going is rough or hard or your footing is not sure. And this is about you having ascended to that mountain and gone over the top. You've already climbed it. And the amount of strength and willpower, and again, just honoring yourself for having that fortitude to move through that period of time. And we have also ancestors, which is really informing us that not only were you working through your own circumstances, but there was this element here where you were healing through your lineage. You're healing generational, potentially trauma, potentially patterns, and you're working with the support. So not only were you healing on their behalf, but you had them with you. They're still with you, supporting you and informing you as you move forward. So call upon them, call upon that support as you prepare for the next steps in your journey. Queen of Fire is you really stepping into this energy where you're not underestimating yourself, you're allowing yourself to assert your independence, you're needing to be creative with problem solving, but this is you taking charge, taking ownership. And these are in no particular order, by the way. These are just cards that when we were drawing them, which you missed that part because I had to redo the video. But what I was doing is just asking for any energies that are underlying the message. And what happens is Spirit just starts sending out quite a few cards. And I go through the deck until the messages are complete. And then I turn them over. So they're not necessarily in order. These are just the messages that are the underlying energies of the story that we're discussing here. So there was a period where it was really too much work, too much being asked from you. There was a feeling of life having been out of balance, and potentially either working to avoid or maybe even dealing with the aftermath of some stress related health concerns. And so this is about part of the process is learning to accept help from others, um, welcoming that in. As we mentioned, we have the wheel, which is the end of a chapter, a positive movement into the next phase of life. And this is very alchemical. Like here, you're standing inside the zodiacal wheel. This is all the zodiac signs. You're in the center, and all of the alchemical elements you need to manifest, um, and move through, like what you are being guided to, kind of like that feeling of your north node drawing you forward, the north node just moving into Pisces, right? So, again, checking that house in your chart. But this is a time of completions and new beginnings, completing one cycle and then beginning the next cycle, completing one phase of growth, moving into the next phase of growth. And this card is really indicating you are already manifesting the most fortuitous potential for yourself. And we've also got the Two of Fire here, which is you really coming into your own, you really learning how to assert your own independence, your own personhood, what you want to create, to bring birth, to bring life to in your life, the kind of harmony that you wish to see. This is about continued forward movement, new partnerships coming in to potentially assist you on your journey. And we've got the Page of Water also indicating potentially new partner, a relationship maybe going into a new phase. Really feeling though that this has much to do with your own shadow work journey and heightened intuitive sensitivity on your part. I feel like you're really much more intuitively aware of how you can create and manifest harmony, beauty, joy, contentment, basically all sorts of lavish abundance. Whatever you wish to surround yourself, you now are starting to understand how you can do that. And then we've got the Sun, which is you going after that manifestation. This is that outcome that you are seeking. This is your happy dreams come true, right? Successful outcome when you are really confidently leaning into your own ability to create, to bring this forward. And I do feel like much of this, even though we've got the Lovers card here, I do feel like much of this is a personal journey about your own ability to alchemize. You can contain the divine masculine and divine feminine components within yourself. We see you here holding all of your manifesting magic in order to create. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you are doing this with another person, although that could be very much part of it, right? This could be dual in nature. So you'll know based on what's coming up for you, Capricorns. But where you're focusing your intentions right now is on creating this harmony, is on this renewal of a sense of purpose, a new direction, this new chapter that's about to unfold, and making sure you have not only support going into it, but that you're putting your best foot forward and you're taking all of the time that you really need to tune in and allow these beautiful seeds to incubate so that they can open perfectly and grow and manifest into this beautiful Sun card, which is what is fueling the work that you're doing right now. So I hope that this is finding you in a place of support and inspiration for how you can work with the new moon energy, how you can set your intentions right now, maybe creating some affirmations for yourself where you are very much literally speaking them out loud, sharing your vibration, sending that frequency out into the universe, right? Very powerful energy for you to be working with right now, Capricorn. If you would like a personal reading or to go deeper or any assistance, I will drop a few links below. But I wish you a beautiful new moon energy, happy manifesting and intention settings. And until next time, I will see you then. Take care. Bye bye.